pizza. Put the pots and pans away for these wings and pizza. Want no lobster, want no steak. I want wings and pizza. Out the box, don't need the plate for my wings and pizza.
Listen, I'm a double dipper, a finger licker. I keep it all down cause I ain't a quitter. Need a steak and shake, I need a prime rib with some king crab and a big old bake. Take me to Buc-ee's, call it a date. Give me some fudge and a barbecue plate. I made a career, I'm smearing some cake. All over my titties, nah, they ain't fake. Sauce on my lips, licking it slow. I need a bag, take it to go. And
Hello, everyone. I am Pixie Evil. I am a 4'6" tall, bright pink haired bundle of craziness. I'm a mother of 3 boys, and I am a Twitch streamer. In my life, if it's thought crazy and way out there, it is definitely not my life. If what could go wrong does go wrong, and in my house, it's nuts. And it's like the crazy comes out of everywhere to find me. So, welcome to my crazy, hilarious, freaking life. And if you've watched me on Twitch, just wait till you listen to the podcast, because it gets even funnier. I share a lot of personal stuff that I don't share on my Twitch streams. Thank you all for listening and joining. Hello, this is Pixie Evil, and welcome to my podcast. Now, I know it's been a little while, and I'm trying to make these daily thing, but we ran into a little snag this week. If you're just joining us for the first time and you did not know, I actually have 3 children, all boys. My oldest has autism, and then my youngest has serious epileptic seizures. Basically, he has a broad spectrum of seizures, and at any given point, especially if he gets sick, we end up in the hospital, the local children's hospital here. So we had a very scary situation that started, I guess, Sunday night with high fever, which is a known trigger for seizures. I will say that we were very lucky, but where he's had previous seizures and issues, he's slightly delayed. So I've been dealing with all that, and he can't just be left alone when he's sick to just do little toddler things, like a lot of kids are. You have to be on top of the fever, has to watch him because it just takes an instant, and he's got having a severe seizure, and then we're back in the hospital. And we got very lucky, and we ended up having to call an ambulance once. We did not go. We ended up having to go to the doctor. It was just a lot of crazy, crazy things happening. I don't know what it is. Like, with kids, especially when they have health issues, they scare the holy shit out of you. Like, literally give you a stroke. And especially boys, because they do some of the damnedest, craziest shit sometimes. Like, my middle son, he is my little hellion. He does some shit, and you're just look at him like, why would you have thought to do this? Like, so if you've got kids or friends that have kids, they've got the little step stools so they can reach up to wash their hands. Well, my middle son, you took the step stool, took it into the kitchen. Now, I do teach the independence thing, so they do know how to use the microwave. He takes the step stool, puts it up. Now, he is tall enough to reach the step stool or to reach the microwave and do what he needs to do. It's just for some instance in his little mind, he had to take the step stool and use it to get up to the microwave. I'm not really sure what he was thinking when he did this. And also keep in mind, we have concrete and tile floors through the entire house, which is, if you ever have a house, I do not recommend it at all. No, don't do it. While it's easy to deal with, if you have kids, it's going to be a problem. So he climbs up on the step stool, puts his little, it was like one of those little cup of noodle, Roman noodle things in there. It's done. It dings. He opens it. He takes it, but he doesn't pay attention to where he's putting his feet on the stool and gets on the edge of it, ends up falling and cracking his little head open. Scares the holy crud out of us. I was in the middle of doing my, and if I know you guys don't know, but I went back to college to get my advanced programming degree, and then I'm going to go into my doctorate or my master's and my doctorate. So I'm in the middle of doing my schoolwork and doing a report, and he comes running in with his head bleeding, and I'm freaking out because I'm like, what in the world? But I will tell you, he's a champ. We go to the hospital, and didn't even let him numb him. He just took those staples like it wasn't nothing. That was something I don't think I would have been able to do. He's a little trooper, that's for sure. He does some really nutty, out there things, and you're just like, what in the world? My oldest, he has autism. He pretty much he's like 12 now, and he pretty much is just real laid back, and he doesn't do a lot of the crazy. He's goofy though. He does some goofy things that get you really tickled and is cute. He's a high functioning autistic. So just to meet him until you've been around him for a little minute, you wouldn't know he has it. And he is just cute. He's just hilariously cute and extremely intelligent. So he's a very independent child, which I'm very thankful for. Of course, I think with most of us older children, that's pretty much how it goes. We're usually the one that ends up able to take care of ourselves and then having to pull the cart with the shit show behind us and decide whether we're going to keep hanging on or let go. I don't know. Um, I was going to give you all a little rundown, let y'all know a little bit about this, because part of this podcast is me. I'm going to vent to you about these things going on with my Instagram and promoting and sponsorships. So, um, a lot of people don't know that before I did started Twitch streaming, I was actually I, I would be considered a very popular big time blogger for my area. I did it for 11 years, and before that, I was actually in PR. So keep in mind, I've actually been doing these type of things for a very long time, and I'm extremely experienced. I'm also a lot older than what I look, and just I'm just a lot older than you think I would be. So I have an Instagram account because when you're in doing streaming or any kind of vlogging or blogging, you have to have those things to get your presence known and get everything out there. So I got this message, and I get messages on Instagram all the time. These companies want me to work with them? I'm not like a lot of people. I don't just take everything thrown at me, because if I can't use the product, or if it's not something that fits into the niche that I have, then it's just really not any use to me. Like, if I can't use it, my kids can't use it. It's not something that I can use for my stream, or it's not relevant to us at all. I just don't bother with it. So I'd been weeding out a lot of these. Well, I actually got one that was really promising because I always vet them. I go through, I check out their websites, I make sure this is legitimate, I see what the product is, I read the reviews, take a real good look at their social presence and everything before I even accept offers. And let me tell you now, the offer that I am talking about, I'm not going to name the company because that's just would be a very unprofessional. There's not a need to. And this is a very generalized podcast. So this is a broad spectrum. Um, but I mean, these were really things that I would actually wear and use. It was some trendy jewelry and clothes, things that I would buy normally, and this would be something right along with who I am, you know, something I could share on stream, on Twitch, the whole 9 yards. And if you've watched my stream on Twitch, you know that I have sponsors off and on that do products or little ads or whatever, and it's usually products and stuff that I use all the time or I've been sent to review. And I have a very strict policies on things. I do the no bad press thing. I'm not about that negativity. It either works or it doesn't work, and if it doesn't work, nobody's going to hear about it. And at least not from me. Unless it's an extremely dangerously bad experience, you know. But this company had contacted me on Instagram, and they were like, well, I'll just read it off. I'm not going to give the name of the company, but I'm just going to read off what the message was. And then I'm going to read off what the response was after I messaged them. So, hello, Pixie Evil. Can you please send a message? I'm not going to say it. We want to collaborate with you, and you'll be getting free exclusive products as well as featuring on our official page. Okay, so I do this thing where I do a trade off, where if you send me the product, I will review it, then promote you. Because to me, the product is a form of payment. It's a promotion. Whether you gave me cash to do it or not, I'm still going to promote it if I review it and I like it. Okay, this is a very common practice. I like to use this for small companies that can't afford the extra amount to do the promotions. So I was like, okay, that's fine. And when it comes to being featured on their website, that really is irrelevant. And I would expect that if I'm reviewing your product, that you're going to share that review on your page. That's just a duh. That you don't even have to say that. It is automatically implied when you say these things. Please also keep in mind I used to work in PR, so this is a normal interaction that you expect. So this is what they sent me back. Hi, I hope you're having a great day today. We have reached out because you are one of the few who fit our influencer requirements, which is common. You have companies that do have requirements in order for you to be an influencer and work with them, which is fine. That is a normal business practice across the board with most companies. This means you can earn commission, be featured on our pages, website, and even creatives. I would automatically assume, as if you've asked this and I accept this offer, that all that is supposed to be happening. Even the commission, because usually most companies give you a specialized link that they track for traffic in order to give you a percentage of it. Not all do, but most do. Now, this is where it gets iffy. All ambassadors are automatically entered to win a $200 gift card of their choice, sponsored photo shoots, weekly brand giveaways. If you're interested, please let us know. Sponsor limited. All right, so this is a huge red flag and a fucking no-no. Like, how big of an idiot are you? You're going, like, I get IG is full of all these little kids that don't understand how to work and promote themselves, and these many influencers, and they don't understand the field. But these are companies, and this isn't the first one I've got like this, that are taking advantage of people and their hard work. Because whether you realize it or not, it takes a lot of work to edit, create videos, create podcasts, the whole 9 yards, and you have to value yourself. This is not free. I pay for all the resources to do this on all of the platforms I use. So why in the world would you think that just putting me in a drawing for a $200 gift card is all the payment you should be paying me? That is not how it works. I don't understand how I'm going to feed myself or my children if you're just going to put me in to enter to win a $200 gift card. No. That is not okay. And I hope other people within businesses are listening to this. It is not okay to get on Instagram and message these people thinking that they're too stupid to know better. It is highly inappropriate, it is unethical, and you should be ashamed of yourself. And I'm sorry, just you sharing my posts on your fucking website isn't acceptable. And then you're going to. This is the thing that gets me. Because I have 5 or 6 other companies that sent me this almost the same like message. I don't know if they've got the same person working their PR and how this is how they think this is okay. You're taking advantage of people and it isn't okay. I'm just saying flat out putting it as it is. It's fucking messed up. If you're an influencer, if you're posting your pictures and stuff and you've got a really good following on Instagram, you are an influencer. I'm just going to tell you that. If you've got a company calling or messaging you wanting you to work with them, that is a sponsorship. You either need to be paid in product or paid in product and money or just paid in money to promote their products. Do not go along with this because they're taking advantage of you. Because what happens is you'll go in and do all the things they ask, and they'll endlessly ask you to do all these jumping through hoops to get what they want, and then you're gonna end up with nothing. You've wasted your time, you've wasted your resources, and you could have been paid. And this is like days and hours worth of work that you're putting into something and getting nada. Because this message is very different from the first original message that got me to respond back. And it's pretty fucking shitty. They've got some really awesome products, and I would have loved to review and work with them. But no, we're not going that route. Because apparently they think that they're too good to pay other people. And this is why businesses go out of business. You don't pay people for the work that they do. It is not okay. Like, who goes and sets up a business and says, well, you know what? I need you to do all this stuff for me, and da 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 da, and I'm gonna just post pictures of it as payment for the work that you've done for me. Meanwhile, your ass is sitting at home with the lights out, with no air conditioning, no food, and your belly's growling. And then they're pissed when you walk away because you've put all this work and effort and got nada. Zero, zip, zilch, and it's awful. There isn't an interpersonal relationship to anything. And then this is something I've run into, and it's the younger generation of vloggers, Instagrammers, social media influencers. And it's something that I want to absolutely discourage. Like, this whole thing, and this was a conversation that was had, and this has been a few years back, but I still see it. It just irks me. It gets me mad. I don't understand what the fuck is wrong with you all. Like, I literally sat and was having a conversation with another influencer who at the time I was really good friends with. We're very close. I would consider her like one of my best friends. She had a really good Instagram following and all this. And it was when SD was really big and all these really got a lot of stuff out there that was all these crafts and really neat things going, right? So I still at the time was working on my blog mostly and more into that. I hadn't transitioned over to Twitch yet and all that fun stuff. So I had been working with some of the SD little small SD businesses. which I love doing because they have some of the most creative, awesome, weirdest products, and I'm all about the weird, goofy stuff. But she was going on about another influencer on Instagram and that how they were getting free product and to promote. And she was bitching and bitching and bitching, and she was like, "You shouldn't do that. That's unethical." And I stopped her. I said, "Why the hell do you think that that's unethical?" Well, you know, you're taking advantage of the bit. I was like, "No, honey, you're not. I'm going to tell you now that you're absolutely wrong. You are literally making, producing, posting, scheduling, going out of your way to review and promote this product for that brand. Why would you not want some form of payment?" And she's like, "Well, she's getting popular from it." Well, yeah, that's how it's supposed to work. That's how PR works. That's how this all works. It's just a form of promotion. Sorry, y'all. Apparently, people all want to call it the same time. Like, I don't understand. Why are you pissed? Are you just upset because your bitch ass? And I want to make this because we're not friends anymore. It was clear later on. I mean, I put her in her place and explained it to her, and she's like, "Well, I just don't agree." And I'm like, "Whatever," and I moved on. But I'm gonna tell you now, if your bitch ass is so upset because somebody was had the lucky opportunity to get a company to sponsor you, or your friends got a company to sponsor you or them, and they got free product when you didn't, that is not their problem. Companies will pick who they want to promote their products, and if they're going to give it to them free and pay them for it, let them. That is a way to bring revenue into your life and make you more grow your influence on social media. That is the whole point of it. Like, sitting here and degrading them and going on like they're doing something wrong is retarded. You're stupid. You're literally just running your mouth and being stupid. It is the dumbest, most idiotic thing I've ever heard in my life. Like, you're being stupid. There's something wrong with the wheels in your head that you don't understand, that what you're saying and how you're putting them down is stupid. You sound dumb, you sound ignorant, you sound jealous as hell, and it is not okay. You should be happy and proud and cheer them on as they're going on and ask, "Well, how did you get on with this company? What can I do to do the same thing?" Like, help each other out. Don't sit there and drag each other down and bitch and create an entire drama scene for no fucking reason. It, I mean, that'd be like me walking up to some lady and her hair's out of place, and I just fucking blow the fuck up and scream the top of my head for no fucking reason because her hair's messed up and make her feel like 2 inches tall. It is the very fucking same thing. And Instagrammers can be catty as shit. And because it's so funny because I literally quit mom blogging because it was it was so stressful and catty, and just the way moms interact between each other and go on, it's fucking shitballs. Like, cuckoo for Cocoa Puff, crazy ass shit. I just couldn't take it anymore. I was like, I just, it's so negative. The interaction is so horrible that I just didn't do it. And like, what I do love is that I came out of the mom blogging community with a lot of really close people that I met while doing it that are mom bloggers, and they actually, evolved and turned into other things from that as well. Like, after I did it, then they migrated to do it, and we just kind of it just became, we realized our kids were getting older, and this just wasn't who we are. And I think with mothers, especially me, it's like you lose yourself in your kids and then you forget who you are. And then it's like, who the fuck am I? And I was just like, no, we're not doing that. I'm just going to go into just being me and use that so that people get to know me and like actually enjoy what I'm doing and make some really awesome friends, which I do. I've got the best like group of fans and friends that are around. And if you've not been on our Discord server yet and you would like to hit me up, I will send you the link. You're more than welcome. Just please understand it is a safe space. I'm furry adjacent. Everybody, I'm all about equality and everything. So when you come in, just know it's a mix of different people, and we are very disable aware, so or disability aware. We don't try to leave anybody out. I feel like that leaves like I don't know. I'm really not big about bigotry. I absolutely hate Trump. Um, and if I hear you bashing or kink shaming somebody, I will tear into you, and that's just how I am. And I don't put up with the racist bullshit or the and this includes stuff with it being immigrants and all that. I just no. If you're a Trumper, you're just not. No, walk away. It's not going to be good for you at all. I will put you in your place. It will be hilarious. You will be confused and sound stupid. So there. But you're more than welcome to join. As long as you can get along with other people. And we are kind of crazy and out there. We have a very goofy mix of people with a very goofy um, personalities and humors. My very silly, silly extended family. I'm sorry, I had a little giggle. So there's a lot. Okay, so if you don't know, I'm only 4'6". My best friend for more than 20 years. I call her my sister because she. Okay, so I came from a very shitty family background. And while I do communicate with my father, I don't really have anything else. I don't fool with my mother, and I don't have anything else to do with the rest of my family. There are a lot of really dark things within my life, and uh, from my childhood. And it's one day we'll go over this because um it's important when you go through these kinds of traumas that you let go and tell your story so that you can grow and move on and start to heal from things. And I know a lot of people are like, why would you tell people all this stuff and da 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 da, and that's just horrible, and you're talking about your family. And I'm like, look, family is not always good. I mean, it's great if your family is really good and close and you've got that, but family is not always good. And sometimes it is good to get away from them and then tell the truth about them and put that shit out there so other people understand it. It gives them a better understanding of you. It lets them see how human you are. It lets them know that they're not the only ones that are going through this within their life. You know, it's not, you're not alone. And I don't think people think about that. They just think that you're supposed to be hush hush and never tell anyone. And see, that's the problem. It's that mentality that continues the cycle of abuse in families, and it just isn't acceptable, and it's not okay. It's not something that I would allow around my kids. I'm not going to allow it around myself. I'm not going to put anybody through that. It's not acceptable. It is not okay. So, so we're real on that. It is not okay to put your child or anyone else in that position. And we will talk about that one day as I get to know this and everything. You guys get to know me. But yeah, I wanted to vent some on the PR. I will. We're gonna take like a few minute break, and then I'm going to reorganize myself, and we may change a little bit of subject because if you've been around a while, you know I'm married, and marriage is not perfect, and I'm gonna vent a little, and this shit's hilarious, and it's like a crazy thing. I want people to know that marriage is not just this easy thing like, oh, we love each other and you get married. Sometimes it can be real iffy and fucking out there. So we're gonna take a break for a few minutes and then we'll be back.